week 5 of the LCS. I'm joined right now by Biofrost from CLG to talk a little bit about their first place position, along with half the LCS. Of course, this coverage is brought to you by Alienware. So first off, let's address the elephant in the room. About a week ago, I was at Century City Mall. You and Parth were at Century City Mall. You didn't invite me to dinner, and it was really sad to me.
Well, you didn't invite us either, so I could say the same thing about you.
Well, I was there by myself.
No, you were not. There was someone
Well,
with
when
you.
you bumped into me, I was by myself, and then somebody showed up. I'm just saying, okay, you guys have this fucking secret dinner club with you and Bridget and Parth and Peter, and I am pissed that I've never been invited to be part of it.
It's secret for a reason, Travis. Even Obama can't join.
Okay, how did the other members get in? How did you get in?
I was one of the founding members.
This is some bullshit. All right, whatever. I'm gonna try to set my anger aside and talk about League of Legends. So you guys are in first place right now, but half the league is in first place. Why do you think it is that we keep ending up with these like 6-way, 5-way ties for first?
I think it's because of best of ones and how big of an impact draft can make on any game. If you mess up draft and you have like a bad draft, you're just gonna lose. So because of best of ones, any team can like win.
Have you heard yet, because you brought up drafts, it made me think about this. Have you heard yet about how Riot's experimenting with like soft counters in a future patch? So like
No.
stuff like there's going to be shield breaking from Blitzcrank and another champion I forget. I don't know if you've heard anything about this.
No, I haven't heard about that.
Well, you should look it up because it's probably going to impact you. Anyway, we don't have to talk about it. I'll talk it to a player later on whenever it finally shows up. What's been going on CLG with the team and all that stuff? Because you guys had a good run, and then I think you guys lost a couple games recently, right?
No, we just lost one game, but people like to blow things out of proportion and say, oh no, CLG lost one game, so they're shit. But we only lost one game against C9.
Okay. Did you lose it pretty badly?
Yes, so
Okay.
in all of our losses, we lost in pretty bad fashion, aside from our TSM one. So we lost against Optic, we got like shit on. We lost against C9 and we got like shit on. So people are like quick to say, wow, well, I guess CLG is just bad again. And they're warranted because every time like we do well in the past couple of splits, eventually there's a point in time where we like start playing poorly.
You sound frustrated by the fact that people do this.
Yeah, but you know, like you can't blame them, right? Because based on like history, that's just how it like went down.
But it's annoying for you. It's like, well, we had one bad game and you guys are acting like the sky is falling.
Yeah, but I can see their point of view though.
So, yeah, sorry. I thought you guys lost more than one, and that's because last week I had to sit through Rift Rivals, and I watched a lot of North American teams lose, and so I think maybe I'm just blurring it all together. Did you watch any Rift Rivals?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, well, I want to ask you about this. You're the first person I've talked to that isn't part of like one of the competing teams. What were your takeaways for North America from watching that? Besides, obviously, that we suck.
I think European teams just take a lot more risks. They're very good at adapting like to multiple draft styles, and they gamble a lot in their gameplay, and it just works out because they're just mechanically better. They're mechanically better right now, and they have better macro. I think I saw a recent Mithy interview where he said that, and it's true, unfortunately.
How are the North American teams planning on addressing that problem? At least for CLG, maybe.
I guess I don't know. Maybe
This is not inspiring confidence. We're really bad. We need to solve this. I don't know.
Well, okay, so Europe has like a specific style that's suited for them. You know, when you think about Korea, you're like, okay, meticulous gameplay, like very like macro oriented. And you think of each region, they have a style. When people think of NA, they think let's go mid and ARAM. So we need something that defines us more than let's go mid and ARAM, you know? And I hope that teams will experiment more with like different picks. And I think we have been experimenting. I think we were one of the first teams that did play Sona Tarek. And now a lot of teams like worldwide are playing Sona, right? So we just need more of those creative juices flowing, I feel like.
Do you think that we'll be able to make it happen? I mean, in behind the scenes, are you guys? I mean, I know you mentioned that you guys have done this in the past, but are you making a stronger effort now to try to come up with like unconventional strategies?
I think so, for sure.
Why is he the best pike player in NA?
What? There's not even any Pike players in NA.
Why did you run it down level 3 mid lane?
My team's so bad.
Wow. Wow. Is that the kind of toxic behavior that you bring to CLG?
That's the element that I bring to our team atmosphere.
Yeah, because you brought that from TSM. It's in your soul now. You come to CLG and you're just ready to flame everybody.
It's like the TSM parasite is on me, and I just go infecting people.
Yes, exactly. Start screaming at the jungler. That's just the way life works when you're on TSM. All right, so you guys are looking at trying to come up with unconventional strategies. You're the best Pike player in NA, and you ran it down level 3, is what I've heard from sources. Other than that, do you think where do you think CLG will be? Because we're halfway through the split. So where do you think you are? Really, obviously the standings show you in first place, but where do you think you are, and where are you headed?
I think for sure we'll be in playoffs because it's very unlikely that we don't make playoffs at this point, unless of course we start losing every game. But I think that's the main goal for us right now, is to take each week one step at a time. If you have like a really good start like Golden Guardians, but you don't like keep it consistent, then you just don't have a good like learning curve. Right. So that's like the most important thing. It's about like having good habits and making sure that you don't get cocky.
Good stuff. Is there anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Well, we're having a NAMI take here, which is we're supporting mental awareness, and we have a partnership with NAMI, so we just wanted to raise awareness for mental health because it's a big issue, and I feel like it's definitely underrepresented in esports, and a lot of people can need help, so I wanted to raise awareness for that.
Hey, thank you so much. That's really nice. Most of the time, pro players are like, thanks for supporting us. But you took that moment and did something good. Thank you so much.
That's what I normally do. That's thanks, guys. That's what I normally do.
Yes, but I didn't want to call you out. I was just pointing out that you did a good thing there.
Yeah, I have a purpose.
Yeah. One more time.
I have a purpose.
Thank you. That's where we're going to finish this interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching that interview. I want to show you guys something very special. I'm going to take this off. Wait, I can't. Okay, there we go. So this is a Balenciaga shoe. I would never normally buy these. These are triple S's, but they were a gift given to me by some friends, and kind of a complicated story. But two of the friends were Brodin. Wait, three of the friends: Kobe, Brodin, and Peter, Doublelift. And these are really expensive. I would never buy them. But you know how they were kind of able to afford them? Well, Kobe gets paid by Riot, which is sponsored by Alienware, and Brodin gets paid by me, and I'm sponsored by Alienware, and Peter gets paid by Team Liquid, who's sponsored by Alienware. So in a way, I have these really fancy shoes because of Alienware. So you guys should support them, because I got hooked up for my birthday from my friends who got hooked up by Alienware. And you can go to alienware.com/Travis and use code Travis10 off to also get hooked up by Alienware. This is a long outro.